And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Most people think during the holidays is when we see suicides go up in numbers. However, that's not the case. One licensed therapist says that's why you should check on your loved ones year-round, and especially during the springtime.
We have studies that show that the springtime is also another time of year that we need to be aware of the potential for suicide attempts, ideations, which is basically thinking about suicide. We're learning that statistics show that for every suicidal death, that there were 275 people who seriously considered it. So that is an alarming number, especially.
And Dr. McCain, really quick before you go on, you think about springtime, one of the most beautiful, pleasant times of the year. Why would we see a spike in that time of the year?
I think it's the time for renewal. People have started their New Year's resolutions. They've survived the previous year, and now it's the pressure in some cases and opportunities in others to just do better, to improve yourself. And sometimes that is overwhelming for people. Whatever they felt was gloom and doom before, it's happened, and now they're getting ready to determine, okay, can I survive this? Do I want to live another year under the same conditions that I lived before?
Wow.
So it is, you know, life is tough. Life is tough. And people have to constantly evaluate their standing in life. You know, if they're meeting their goals, they have to evaluate if they are happy, if they are feeling successful, if they're feeling like they're progressing towards their goals. And springtime, you know, that's when people are graduating. It's usually when people are putting the final touches on those June weddings. It's the time where people are vacationing. This is the time where, you know, people start to come back outside. And sometimes when we compare ourselves to other people, it's we don't always, you know, end up with the better situation when we compare ourselves to others. And so sometimes that's tough.
Absolutely. And it's really also tough for family members and friends if they didn't see any clues or signs, and the person whomever may be going through a tough time and who decided to take their life, if they don't show any signs, it almost makes the family feel that much more guilty because they didn't know anything was going on. And so how can you even deal with that if you just don't know there's an outcry for help? There's a person who is considering taking their lives if they're not showing any signs.
Well, we don't always see the signs. What I've learned in my years, 20 plus years as a mental health professional, is that sometimes it's a very private matter. And just with any other aspect of a person's life, they'll let you in on what they want you to be in on. There is a organization called the Texas Suicide Prevention Collaborative. They have a website at texassuicideprevention.org. On their website, they have a e-learning class. It's called Ask Training. And this is for anybody just to learn about the patterns and other data related to suicidal behaviors, suicidal thoughts, suicidal gestures, or even if there's even any type of contemplation of suicide. It makes people more comfortable with asking and bringing those conversations up. Now, every time, you know, your friend says, I'm having a bad day, or girl, I'm stressed out, you don't need to go and do a Columbia Severity Suicide Rating Scale with them. But
not the scale.
Why would they say to me, like, okay, don't write that down and stop assessing me? And I'm like, you brought it up first. Okay. But seriously, though, it's a very uncomfortable topic. And sometimes people don't bring it up because they don't want to put ideas into people's heads. And that's not what it's about. If a person is thinking about suicide, it's already there. And what they're looking for 9 times out of 10 is someone who cares, someone to reach out. And that is very uncomfortable. Even as a seasoned licensed therapist, it is not an easy conversation for me to have with some of my clients, but it's necessary. And sometimes if one person just takes that risk and says, you know what, I'm going to bring it up, I'm going to ask, I'm going to, you know, see what's going on, then that may make the difference between life and death in some cases. You'll be surprised at what people will tell you if you actually ask. But if we're waiting on them to tell us, we may never know.